Friends, the topic of today's podcast is sectoral rotation and what it means to mutual fund investing. The topic seems vague and dry, but this is what absolutely impacts your investing. It's important for each of you to know what is actually going on. Since March, when we had this one way cascading fall of the markets, we have seen some very interesting market moves. While the markets have risen significantly from the bottom, most people have not observed how this has happened. Clearly, this market has been engineered to where it is. And how? The risk taking has been brilliant. The people who have staked money, most often not theirs but others' money, have managed to do it in such a way that the slippages have been modest. The culmination of this engineered move of the market is what happened last week. You had two events. One, the results of Infosys, and other, the annual general meeting of Reliance Industries. We all know how underowning Reliance has become the bane of the mutual fund industry. It never used to be the case, but the past few years has seen a lot of underownership of Reliance by the mutual fund industry. Some people managed to catch that bandwagon just in time. Quite a few got left out. And underowning Reliance has forced a lot of managers to actually buy it at higher prices. When you are able to take a stock up one way, everybody who is left out from the institutional segment will be forced to jump in because they cannot risk underperformance in the benchmark. And most of you know that a significant part of the move of the index, the Nifty, from the bottom to where it is today is Reliance. So underowning Reliance is something that has hurt institutional side very badly. And the speed and one-way rise in Reliance has definitely not given people time to buy. In effect, closer to the top, all those who are benchmarked to the Nifty or the Sensex have ended up buying Reliance and will be forced to own it no matter what. The cost of this very speedy sectoral rotation is ultimately going to fall on the mutual fund investor. Because after this kind of a performance, it's quite likely that there could, in the best case, be a long time correction, and in a worst case, be a real correction. Now to the other one, the way tech stocks were bought. This again stems from the fear of underperformance of the benchmark. So, you are seeing institutions do some very naked trend chasing. I could even say that this is more to protect one's own seat than to protect the investor's capital. Why do I say this? The reason is very simple. At a time when the industry which has been least affected by lockdowns, which is the tech industry, has shown negative revenue growth, what has the industry done? It has used the sell side to lower the forecast. That's the first thing. In my view, professionally, this is a very shameful thing. After lowering the forecast and lowering your expectation of margin, when the actual result comes, the industry goes and says that estimates have been beaten by a mile. Don't you think this is shameful? Not only that, The reaction is that all those who did not even anticipate this trend have been caught unawares and they are now rushing to buy tech. It's not as if tech is going to perform great this year. Certainly not. Its performance in a best case can be worse than what people feared. In this situation, why are people rushing to chase trends and to hide where everybody else is hiding? How is it going to help the end investor? Nobody is asking this question. And my fear is that when we look back at these times and the investment actions that are being expediently and opportunistically being undertaken, you will see that most of the actions of this time may not translate into what outcomes investors were promised or the kind of risk management that is professed and preached by the fund management industry. In a sense, the last week is a shame whose consequences are waiting to fall on the end investor. On this sad and a bit angry note, I end this podcast. I request you to think through what has happened this week and watch what happens in the future. This has a great meaning and portent to you, especially if you are an investor who is doing it yourself without advice in the mutual fund industry. It is your job now to protect yourself and remind yourself of that every single day. Thank you for watching this podcast.